Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Avon Canton Chamber of Commerce education presentation. Today's presentation is marketing or making your marketing dollars work for you. And it's being presented by Dan Callahan from Acadia Action Coach. Good morning, Dan.
Morning, Lisa.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about your business before we get started?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I'm Dan Callahan with Acadia Action Coach, and we are a business coaching firm. So we help business owners accelerate their growth, build highly functioning teams, and get their time back. So anyone that's not satisfied with everything they're getting out of their business, we can come in and help put a plan together for the future.
Excellent. Thank you. So we're going to turn the program now over to Dan, and he is going to give us our presentation for today. Take it away, Dan.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Lisa. So what I'm going to be focusing on today is how to make your marketing dollars work for you. So making sure that your marketing messages are clear and that they are helping you stand out from the crowd, and that your sales funnel is designed to support them so you can get the best return for every marketing dollar that you invest. So let's kick it off here. My clicker likes me today. There we are. So a little bit about me. I am the business development manager and a certified business coach for Acadia Action Coach. I was born and raised on Cape Cod, and it was there I started my first business as a teenager, a young entrepreneur. It was Calbros boat cleaning. So I started with my brother, and just have been fascinated with businesses ever since. So went to Providence College, got my degree in business management, and started my career in the financial services industry. So coming out of school at 22, built my own practice from scratch and really learned a lot about the trials and tribulations of growing a business. So after about 6.5 years, moved on to work in the travel industry, helping travel agency owners to train their team in sales and develop and execute marketing plans. And then most recently as the director of business development for a startup solar electric yacht company down in New York. So if anybody is in the market for a 40 to 80 foot solar electric yacht with unlimited range, I've got a guy for you. And then I found Action Coach, and so I'm a sales and marketing enthusiast. I'm a serial adventurer, love traveling, and my personal mantra is taking fun seriously. And last summer around August, I hooked up with the firm owner David Olchowski, and within the first 5 minutes of our initial conversation, I knew that this was the opportunity I've been looking for. Just Dave's passion for helping people and helping businesses and helping the community was so evident. I knew he was a person that I wanted to learn from, to grow with, and to build something that was going to leave a lasting impact on everybody that we meet. So I'm very grateful to be representing Acadia Action Coach. And Dave has a really great complementary career. He has a 30-year aerospace manufacturing career behind him, with great successes in operations management and executive leadership. So it really comes in with a great operational and leadership expertise, great complement to kind of my sales and marketing background. That's why he brought me on to help with the sales and marketing piece. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on today. And I do want to just talk a little bit about more about our firm and about what our job is as coaches, because I think there's a lot of people out there that call themselves coach. So what does that actually mean? What is our job? And how do we help businesses? And I think one of the biggest misconceptions that we have is that I don't need a business coach. I know what I'm doing. Or I don't need a business coach. I've been in business for 30 years. And absolutely, most people that we meet don't need a coach. People work with a coach so that they can go faster with less stress and more fun. So our job as coaches is to help business owners accelerate their growth, and like a coach in any field, by educating, motivating, and holding people accountable. So regardless of what business you're in, most business owners have challenges in 3 areas, and that is time, team, and money. So that's what we help to do, is drive time, team, and money through accountability, through education and motivation. And we're not alone. So this isn't just Dave and Dan do business coaching. We are part of Action Coach. So Action Coach is the oldest, largest, and most successful business coaching firm in the world. There are over 1,000 coaching offices in 80 different countries worldwide. And so the two big differentiators for us, which are really important, are, and the kind of the brilliance of what Action Coach did, is that the other feedback I get around coaching is that that term is kind of fluffy, it's not tangible. And what Action Coach did was create a physical system that we show you show our clients, this is where you are, this is where we're going to take you, and here's all the steps in between. So there's no ambiguity on what we're going to be working on and what the end result is. So that is a huge differentiator for us. And the other one is there is these over 1,000 coaching offices around the world. We are all working together. This is a connected network that we are coaching 18,000 businesses every single week. So there's really no business in any stage of its life cycle that we're not working at a given time. And we are all communicating. We're on weekly coaching calls. We are all working together to fine tune this system and make it better as we go. Continuous improvement. So our definition of a successful business is a commercial profitable enterprise that works without you. So helping the business owner create the systems and structures in their business so they work when they want to, how they want to, not how they have to. So I want to just kind of give you a quick glimpse, just so we kind of have a framework of where we'll be working today at our 6 steps to build a business. So I'll talk about our 6 steps to build a business, our 5 ways to grow a business, and our 4 ways to systemize a business. And it starts with the 6 steps to build a business, and that always starts for us with mastery. So mastery, are you worried about making payroll? Are you spending 60, 70, or even 80 hours working in your business? Do you have inconsistent performance out of your business? And for us, there's 4 pieces to mastery. The first is destination mastery. And that is simply where are you headed? What is the mission and vision of your business? If you don't know where you're going, it's like a ship without a rudder. You're victim to wherever the winds blow you. That's where your business is going to head. Having a true north is very important when it comes to growing your business. And the second is money mastery. Do you know your P&Ls? Do you know what your break even is? Are you building in profit into your break even? Do you know what's coming in and what's going out of your business? If you don't, then you probably have some issues around money mastery. The next is time mastery, or self mastery as we call it. Time is the only finite thing in the universe. So how are you spending your time? Are you being efficient with it? Are you spending time working on your business as well as in your business? Are you getting caught in the YouTube vortex, spending 20, 30, 2 hours watching cat videos every day? If that, making sure that you have the discipline to do what's going to help push your business forward. And then finally, delivery mastery. And delivery mastery is about being on time and on target time and time again. So having consistency around there. A great example of that is McDonald's. Now, I know that a lot of people don't want to admit that they go to McDonald's, but McDonald's is an expert in delivery mastery, because anywhere you go in the world, when you order a Big Mac, you get the same amount of cheese, the same pickles, the same sauce, the same onions over and over and over again. And they don't make the greatest burger in the world, but they sell 3 million burgers every single day because people know exactly what to expect exactly every time, and people are willing to pay for it. So that's what delivery mastery is all about. And it's really only then when we'll move up, and a lot of what we'll focus on today is in niche. So niche is all about your marketing. How is your marketing structured? Do you feel pressure to sell on price alone? Do you suffer through peaks and valleys in your business? Do you have unpredictable cash flow? If you don't have a clear niche around who specifically you are working with, then you're going to see a lot of inconsistencies with your cash flow. And that's a lot of what we're going to focus on today. But ultimately, as we move up here, we have predictable cash flow. We want to start creating efficiencies in your business. So ever more with ever less. If you do something once without writing it down or recording it, you are destined to repeat it. So how can you create efficiencies in your business that on the repeatable tasks, and then humanize the exceptions? And that's where having a highly functioning team comes in. Do you have high turnover in your business? Do you have inconsistent performance from your team? Are you structured for growth? Can you walk into your business and say, hey guys, I'm leaving for 3 months. I'll see you at the end of the summer. Would your business still run if you weren't there? Helping you to build that team and build your structure for growth really allows for synergy. So you have a well-oiled machine, you're putting a general manager in place, the business is running without you, and then you see the results, which is freedom for the business owner. So that is when they get to spend their time how they want to, not how they have to. So this is kind of the ladder of how we help to build a business. And then within that, as I mentioned, is our 5 ways to grow a business and our 4 ways to systematize a business. So our 5 ways to grow a business are around lead generation, conversion rate, average dollar sale, number of transactions, and profits. So that's a lot of what we're going to focus on today. I'm not going to get into systems today, but happy to anyone that wants to reach out and chat around systems. We're happy to help you as well. But for us, we want to spend our time on niche. So that's all about creating predictable cash flow, and that's where we're creating a commercial, profitable enterprise. So this is where we build. That's where we eliminate the peaks and valleys in your business and focusing on marketing as an investment. And our definition of niche is no price competition. So when you have a clearly defined niche, and this needs to be very clear to you. First of all, what is your differentiator? If I asked you what makes you different from your competitors, and then I go and ask your 3 closest competitors, and they give me the same answer about what makes them different, then you probably don't have a clearly defined niche. And if and when you do have a clearly defined niche, you're able to put all of that into your marketing and be very confident around this is how I do business. These are the people that I want to work with. And you will bring those type of people into your business. And the people that are competing on price alone, it's a race to the bottom. It's a game of chicken on who can tolerate the lowest margins. We don't play that game. We don't let our clients play that game. So we're going to talk about how do we create our niche. What makes you different? And it starts with your unique selling proposition. So this is what is different about you. What can you say that you do that nobody else does? And we have an extensive questionnaire to help develop this, but I'm going to go through some ways today on how we create this niche. And that can be around what you're selling around, and a lot of it is around the customer experience. So how are you creating a unique customer experience that no one else is offering? And then we always, within creating your niche, we talk about creating a guarantee. So we believe that every business can and should have a guarantee. And a lot of people think that needs to be a money back guarantee, and it doesn't. A guarantee is anything that you want to make it that has value to your customers. And it generally starts around thinking about what are the hesitations and frustrations that people have of doing business with you, of doing business with your industry. So if we were to talk about a plumber, for instance, so what do people dislike about working with a plumber? So it's they don't show up on time and they leave your house a mess. I had a plumber come into my house and cut a hole in the drywall without telling me behind my tub. He cut a 3x3 hole in my drywall because he dropped a piece back in behind my tub. I came home, there was a hole in my wall. So you can imagine, and I'm sure many of you have experiences like this too, but it's if I saw a plumbing company that said we guarantee that we will show up within 15 minutes of our scheduled time, and we will leave your house cleaner than it was when we got there, and that all of our plumbers will wear belts. If I saw that, of course I'm going to go do business with them versus the Me Too people that are out there, along with the many plumbers in there. So creating that guarantee really can help you to differentiate yourself and market yourself. So likewise, we have a process that we take clients through to create that guarantee and then put it into your marketing. And there's good news and bad news around marketing. The bad news is that 80% of marketing strategies will fail. The good news is that 20% of them work, and we can tell the winners from the losers as long as we test and measure. So making sure that we are measuring what's working, what isn't working. We figure out what isn't working, get rid of it, dump it, and then take what is working and turn up the volume. So that when we do find marketing strategies that work, focus on what's a winner and get rid of what's not giving you a return on investment. So how do you measure, and how much do you measure? So if we look at this, we've got 2 different advertisements. Let's say one is in a local magazine and the other one is a radio ad. All right, so advertisement cost is $1,000 each, so same advertising costs. And advertisement A is returning us 1,000 leads, where advertisement B is returning us 100 leads. Obviously, advertisement A is looking really good right now. Now we look at conversion rates. So how many of those leads are we actually turning into customers? So of those 1,000, we are turning 100 of them into customers. And then for advertisement B, we're turning 50% from advertisement B. So a better conversion rate, but A still looks like the winner here. Then we look at average dollar sale. How much are they actually spending when they buy from you? Now, advertisement A is $500 versus B is $1,000. Now it looks like we have the same revenue coming from these two. So that's why you can just see as you dig deeper, and it's really important to be diligent about looking at all these metrics to make sure you can tell whether you are ultimately what you're making in profit from each advertisement. So your average profit from each one. So these are equal at 200. So now so now advertisement A is returning us a little bit, is it returning us more because 100 sales at $200, at the $200 of profit. But again, we continue to dig deeper. What is the lifetime value of those customers? How much are they spending over the next 5 or 10 years? Now B looks different. And then finally, how many referrals are they giving you? So this is really, I mean, the short answer is you would run both of these because you're putting $1,000 in and you're getting $5,000 and $10,000 back. But it just kind of demonstrates you really need to be diligent about looking through the layers as you're measuring your advertising, because there are a lot of different nuances to it. And we like to have when it comes to marketing, we think of it as a diving board. So if you only have one marketing strategy, if all of your revenue is coming from one source, then that's a diving board just being held up. If that revenue source goes away, then you are in big trouble. And even if you're 100% referral basis, if your business is 100% referrals, there are many different strategies even within that where you can have different referral strategies. So that if one dries up, then you have others to supplement it. And so ideally, we have 10 by 10, meaning that we have 10 different ways of getting 10% of our clients, 10% of our revenue. Obviously, an equal 10 by 10 is not realistic, but the more you can diversify your marketing strategies and your revenue streams, the less volatility you're going to see within your revenue. So for instance, when I was running my financial practice, I was getting about 20 to 30% of my revenue from one source for 3 or 4 years. And then I had a great relationship with this organization. They were giving me tons of referrals, tons of business. And then the leadership changed and kind of their direction changed. And all of a sudden that revenue got cut in half for me. So if I was relying solely on them for my revenue, I would have lost 40 to 50% of my total revenue. So having different revenue streams is so important because the only constant is change. So making sure that you're prepared, that you are well diversified within your marketing and your revenue streams. And of course, and every business wants referrals, right? So around referrals, go. So around referrals, are you being intentional about your referrals? Do you have a system or you just have a bunch of referral partners and sometimes they give you referrals, sometimes they don't? For me, it was always being very intentional and being very good at positioning. So positioning up front, my intention to be getting referrals from my clients. So when I would sit down with a prospect that I got referred to me, I would say, now, thank you so much for meeting with me. I'm really excited that we're sitting down together. I'd like to start by thanking Pete for introducing us. Did Pete tell you why he uses me instead of anyone else? Oh, well, referrals are the lifeblood of my business. And the reason I'm able to give exceptional service is because of introductions to people like yourself. So I want to thank Pete for introducing us. And I want to ensure you that what we talk about here today is going to be 100% confidential. The only thing that Pete or anyone else that you introduce me to will ever know is that we work together. What you disclose to them is completely up to you. So there's a lot in there that is very pointed and very important around that. So first of all, I'm very grateful about referrals. I love my referrals. So I'm thanking Pete. And referrals are the lifeblood of my business. This is how I grow my business. And this is why you got referred to me, and that because I give exceptional service because I receive referrals to great people like yourself. So that part just really positions like this is how I expect to do business. And then saying what we talk about is 100% confidential, but then saying the only thing that Pete or anyone else that you introduce me to will ever know. So I'm setting the table, I'm setting the stage here that I expect that we will have a referral relationship as well. And it takes the pressure off of them and it takes the pressure off of you when it does come time for you to ask for referrals, because you told them very, very beginning, your very first meeting, hey, this is going to be a referral back and forth relationship. So having some sort of system in place so that you're being consistent and setting the stage to get referrals is so important. And then there's other ways to do referral programs as well. So having customer incentives, it could be a dollar amount, it could be products or services. Action Coach's founder, Brad Sugars, talks about a dog food store that he had. And his referral program was, if you refer a new customer, you get a free week of dog food and the new customer gets a free week of dog food. So he would have customers that would be boasting about how they never paid for dog food because they brought him so many referrals. And if you think about it, it's what, 2 weeks worth of dog food is what, maybe $30. So $30 was his acquisition cost to get new clients. He had to do zero time effort into marketing it. His clients were doing it for him, and they were excited about it. So it really, having incentives like that reward them and reward the new people coming in is a great way to do it. I think of restaurants is another great example. So bring 2 new guests and you get a free entree. Now somebody's bringing in 2 new people into your restaurant and you're giving away an entree, and what's your hard cost for that? Maybe $15, $20. So, and you're picking up 2 potential new clients there that are if you have the right systems and processes in place in your business, you can make sure they come back and they continue to do business with you. Another great way is to partner with other businesses. So that same restaurant could partner with a local realtor and give them a coupon for a buy one get one free dinner. So then the realtor looks like, here, like, hey, my buddy owns this restaurant. He really likes to meet the new people that come into town. So here's a buy one get one free coupon for his restaurant. And then you're making the realtor look good, and you're bringing in new customers to your restaurant. If I'm new to town, of course I'm going to go to the buy one get one free and on a personal referral like that. And there's other really creative ways to cross promote. So how do you start thinking about going about cross promoting? It starts with who else is in your target market. So, or who else works with your target market. So who else works with your target market but is not in direct competition with you. So someone that works with the same people that you do, but isn't someone that's going to replace you or you're going to replace them. So we're not taking away the wallet share from that partner, but they do have the same target market. So example, this could be a gym and a sporting goods store. So I walk into the gym and they have a promotion for a free polo at ABC Sports. And it's important that you have something that, because you think of the perceived value of a polo, you might sell it for $40 or $50, but it has a low cost to you. So it might only be $10 or $12 for you to get that. So your hard cost of giving that away is low. And yes, are some people going to show up to the sporting goods store, grab their polo and leave? Of course. But other ones will come in and then they'll buy themselves a new $300 driver, and then they'll become a rewards member, and then they'll be using your place exclusively. So it can really significantly lower your acquisition costs for new clients. Another great example would be a jewelry store and a clothing boutique. So, you need some jewelry to go with your clothing. Here's a promotion for the jewelry store, vice versa. Or like a spin class and a bakery, right? So you can be as creative as you want with it. So spin class and a bakery have the same target market and talk about feeding each other. You go to the spin class and you go to the bakery and you're like, now I need to go to spin class, and there's your promotion for the spin class. Then you go to spin class and you're like, great, I just worked out. Now I go to the bakery. So you can really be as creative as you want with this, and just finding out where else does your target market spend their money. Just ask your customers, ask your clients. Your clients are a great source of information for you. So tap into that, figure out where else they're doing business. If you find 4 or 5 of them that are doing business in the same place, go approach that business. And anytime you're cross promoting, make it easy for the other business. If you're putting a promotion into their to-go bag, send one of your employees or go over there and stuff the bags yourself. Make it easy. It makes it easier on them. It takes the onus off of them, and you make sure that it's actually happening. So you can guarantee that it's happening, and you're not putting any type of burden on the promotion that's gonna benefit you. So again, just having a system in place, having a process in place, and always, what are you doing to build your database? Now, first of all, online presence is a must. Website, landing pages, content marketing, social media. Even if you hate doing it, you can outsource it. There's plenty of people out there to do it. Even if you've been in business for 30 years, you have 100% referral business, congratulations, that's amazing. I'm sure your business is incredible, but what happens when you want to sell that business? If it's all built on your reputation and you leave, the business will go with it. Whereas if you have a website and a database full of names that are already in place, your business is an entity. It doesn't necessarily hinge on you to be able to drive that business. Another great way is to give something away. So building your database by giving something away. And the idea there is you can capture the names and information of people that come into your shop, go to your website, approach your business, but don't do business with you that day. So this happened to me in the fall. I walked into there's a health food store that I walked into, and they had a great marketing strategy. They were doing a craft bazaar at their health food store. And so people would come in and there'd be local artists and crafts in there for them to shop. So people that wouldn't necessarily have come into the health food store, now we're getting them in the store. That's amazing, but they weren't doing anything to capture their names. So people that come in buy these crafts, now there's no process for you to follow up with them. So that's why I asked them, I was like, what are you giving away? Give something away so that someone will give you their information, their telephone number, their email, whatever you need to communicate with them. Otherwise, you're just letting potential money walk out the door, because if you got them in front of you, now you're gonna have to figure out how to get them in front of you again, and you have no way of communicating with them. So now we've got people into it. We've got people approaching our business. So once we have them in their shop, once we have them approaching us, how do we turn them into lifelong customers? And I always think, I like the analogy, I wrote about this in our blog a couple of weeks ago, is, think of going to a party where, it's somebody you met, you know a little bit about them, and you show up at their party and you walk in the front door and there's a million people in there and you are a ghost on the wall. Like nobody approaches you, nobody says hi to you, you're really uncomfortable. There's a good chance that you're turning around, walking back out that door. Versus if you walk in the door, if somebody walks in the door, approaches your business, somebody comes in, takes you by the hand, hey, let me introduce you to this person, this person, this person, this is where the food is, this is where the bathroom is. You're so much more likely to stick around and so much more likely to enjoy yourself. And having scripts is the best way to do this, because it makes it a lot easier for your sales team to be consistent. So what is the experience when they walk in your door, approach your business? And please, please, please eliminate the phrase, can I help you with anything, from your company's vernacular. Please eliminate that. This happened to me a couple weeks ago. I walked into Dick's Sports. I needed some basketball shoes. And a woman came up to me. She was like, oh, can I help you with anything? What does your brain automatically do when someone says, can I help you with anything? Oh, no, I'm just looking. And I actually was in a hurry and I didn't know where the basketball shoes were. I said, no, I'm good. And I walked right past her and I had to stop, go back and grab her. Like, hey, actually, I need to know where the basketball shoes are. Can you please show me? And I've been in sales for over a decade, and I have a better disposition towards salespeople than most. And my brain still automatically went to that, even though I did need her help. So can I help you with anything is not please stop saying that. Start with, have you been here before? Have you done business with us before? And if they say no, like, great, let me give you a quick tour. And it's not great, do you want a tour? It's great, let me give you a quick tour. You start giving them the tour and they're like, well, actually, I'm specifically looking for this. All right, perfect. Then you can bring them over to that. But whether it's a tour of your store, a tour of your menu, if you work in a restaurant. When I worked in a restaurant, I did this all the time. People thanked me, say, oh, thank you so much. I would take them through the menu, like, hey, here are our specialties. They wind up getting the best dishes, which are generally the more expensive ones on the menu as well. So both parties win. They get the best experience and they feel like, wow, this person really cares. They're taking care of me. And even if the answer is yes, say, awesome, welcome back. Hey, let me show you what we just got in. Let me show you the new stock. Let me show you this new program, this new service that we have. Make sure that you have a system of consistently, don't have your person sitting behind the desk on an iPad. Have them out there on the floor talking to people. Get testimonials, and systematize your follow-up process. Time kills deals, and chasing cold leads costs you time and money. So strike while the iron's hot. When you have somebody walk in the door, grab them by the hand and show them what your business is all about. Show them why they want to do business with you. Make sure you're proactive about it. And we're not necessarily after market share. We are after wallet share. How do we get those people to spend more money? It's a lot easier to get a current customer to spend more money than it is to go acquire a new one. So how are you fostering those relationships? How are you building that loyalty ladder with your customers? And then how are you getting them to come back more often? What are you doing to encourage people to shop with you more often? I love it. The green napkin example is one of my favorites. So you walk into a restaurant and you sit down at the table. There's black napkins on all the tables. You walk in. First of all, they say, "Oh, hey, thank you for coming. Have you been here before?" It's the first question they ask, and they sit you down, and you get a different colored napkin. You get a green napkin instead of a black napkin. So everyone that works in the restaurant knows that this is a first time customer. So the manager walks out onto the floor and comes over and is like, "Oh, so great to meet you. Thanks. I see you're a first time customer. Thanks so much for coming out." Um, we tend to book up pretty quickly on Fridays and Saturday nights. So here's my business card. Just text me and I can make sure I can get you in, and just bring this card with you the next time you come back. And there's a round of wine on the house. Now, is that person coming back again? 100%. It's just giving that personal touch. And then the next time that they come back, they're given the business card, and now they're getting a different color napkin for a second time customer. So then I come up again and I say, "Oh, so glad to have you back. Did they tell you about our rewards program? Did they tell you about the rewards program? Oh no, okay, well, let's get you signed up. Well, you'll get a free appetizer on your next visit, and the advantages are A, B, C, and D." So just having it, and once you get people to do business with you 2, 3, 4 times, they are so much more likely to become a lifetime customer. So having those little touch points to make that experience special, to make that experience different. And so subscriptions and membership, the traditional, you get points and then you get dollars off. It works. They work. People do. Like I was in the Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru the other day, and there is a sign on there that was, "Order ahead on a Monday and you get 100 points." And I was like, "Oh, that's awesome. You only need 200 points to get a free coffee." Like, I'm going to cheat the system and I'm going to come every Monday, and then every third coffee I get for free. And then I'm thinking, like, well, coffee's $2.80, and so I'm getting half off, and so it's saving me almost no money, even if I tried to beat the system. But it's still giving those little rewards. They do work, but then you can also take it to the next level and offer VIP programs. So for your A clients, for those top clients, you can create exclusive events for them, a closed door sale, a first look at the new menu. And you roll out the red carpet for them. You have to be a platinum member to get into this thing, and the price of admission is bringing someone new that hasn't been to your business before. So having this just incredible event, bringing someone new, and then you roll out the red carpet for them. So the new people, this is their first experience with your business, being like, "Oh, well, I've never experienced it before. This is incredible." And then also the people that aren't quite on that level and don't qualify for it, they see how they will be treated if they are constant customers for you. So putting things in place to keep members coming back consistently and doing business with you more often than other people. I'm just gonna grab a quick here. All right, so giving you some ideas around building up the business, but how do we actually build a marketing campaign? Where do we start? How do we execute an actual marketing campaign? So building a marketing campaign, you always have to start with why. So why would anyone want to reply to your marketing? Why would they take action on your offer? Why is it important for them to do now? What is the end, and most importantly, is what is the end result in working with you? What are people buy on emotion? So what are they going to feel? What are you solving for them? Why is now the time, and why are you the right person to solve their problem? And then how? So how exactly are you going to get your message across? Nowadays, there's so many different mediums. What medium am I going to use? How am I going to present it? And how do I structure that ad so that it's actually going to make sales for me? Because ultimately, the idea, like if you're marketing, if you want to turn marketing into an investment, you need a return on that investment. And as long as you're testing and measuring, you can tell if you're getting a return on the investment. But how do you make it so that people are going to take action now? So where do you get it across? And you be dramatic and make sure that your method is targeted to your specific audience. So there are 3 important parts to any marketing campaign, and it is the target, the offer, and the copy. And by far the most important is your target. So 10 out of 10, who are you targeting as specifically as you can, and where do they hang out? Where are they getting their information? You could have the best ad in the world. If you're selling surfboards to senior citizens, you're probably not going to make a ton of sales. So making sure that, or if you have the worst advertisement and you're hitting that market, you're hitting your correct target market, you're still going to make more sales because there are people that want to purchase your goods. So the target is so important. And then what offer are you making? What is their reason for getting off the couch now to do business with you? What do they do? Why is now the right time, the only time, the necessary time for them to be approaching your business? We have that as 5 out of 10. It's still very important. But again, if you're not reaching your target, then it's gonna fall on deaf ears. And then the copy, it's not that the copy isn't important. This is just to demonstrate that if you're not hitting your target market, then you're dumping marketing dollars down the drain. So the copy is still important. You need to be intentional about your copy, about how you structure your ad, and I'll talk about that as well. So how to write ads that sell. So image building and direct response versus salesmanship in print. So something that the job of an ad is to build your image. And this is absolutely true. And building your brand and building your image is very, very important. But for small to medium-sized businesses, we're looking to get a return on your investment as well. And I put this Kelly's Lawn Care in here because this is the typical ad that I see. Most ads that I see look something like this. It says, this is XYZ company. I've been in business for 12 years and I do A, B, C, and D. This Kelly's Lawn Care was in a magazine with 3 other lawn care companies. So why, based on this ad, why am I calling Kelly's Lawn Care versus the other 3 people that are in that magazine? I'm not calling. They don't give me any reason why this is the company for me, why I need to act now. They don't give me any, there's no salesmanship piece of it. So when I see 4 to 5 companies doing the same thing, this is a good looking ad. It looks good. It looks professional, but is it actually going to get people to pick up the phone and call you, which is ultimately the objective when you're marketing. So how do we do that? So we like to use the IADA. So attention, interest, desire, and action. So following this formula, getting the person's attention, getting their interest, creating desire, and then and most importantly, making it so that that desire will lead them into action. So starting with attention, first place you get attention is the headline. And please, please, please don't use your company name as your headline. Unless your company name is best mulch ever, then your company headline is not going to sell for you. So don't use your own name. Use the word you. It is your you to we ratio in any of your marketing. There needs to be at least 4 times as many yous as there are we's. It's not about what we are offering. It is about what you get when you do business with us. So making sure you use you're talking directly to them, and open a loop. So ask a question that desires an answer. Make it so that, oh, again, I'm not sure. Maybe I do want to make it down the rest of this and see what's going on. Qualify the right readers. Be as specific as you can with your headlines. So some headline starters: how you can, here's how, 7 reasons why. Announcing. Attention is one that's not on there. And so if I say attention, single dads in Farmington Valley versus XYZ Lawn Company, 12 years in business, which one am I paying attention to? So having something that captures their attention, advice, now at last, something that's like, wow, finally, all right, I gotta see what this is all about. So having strong headlines is what's going to capture your audience, and having it be big enough. 20 to 25% of the ad needs to be the headline, because that's what's going to bring people in and have them actually come in. So this is, I know this might be a little blurry on there, but having action words on there: spa well, be well, achieve, goals. So having it so that it's their action words, and then you can see, they have an offer on there too, that's spend $95 and you'll get 20 off. I don't know if anyone here does online shopping, but have you ever gotten to checkout and they say, "Oh, spend an extra $5 or spend an extra $8 and you get free shipping." Shipping is like $6. Like, I'm going back. I'm gonna shop for a little bit more. So they have spend a certain amount and get this amount off. So it encourages people to spend a certain amount of money so they get this deal. And then if you're doing print ads, spend the money to be in quality space. So an early right-hand page, the right-hand edge, that's where people's eyes automatically go, is the right-hand page. The photo, top one third, or just head and shoulders. And stay off the left-hand pages and out of the gutter. So the gutter is the little fold in the middle of the magazine that you can't get to, and that's where dreams go to die, and that's where nobody spends the time to actually read. So making sure you have that, and then a dash border. So having some sort of coupon on there that they can clip out. First of all, you want to have something that allows you to track, to test and measure if your marketing is working. So a coupon's a great way to do that. But people still love doing the cutouts as well. So you grab their interest, you've grabbed their attention, and now we're talking about interest. So what words, what fonts are you using? What is in it for you? WIIFM, everyone's favorite radio station. What's in it for me? So how are you captivating the reader's interest? Through the words you choose, the font you use, and the layout of the ad. So using a contrast between serif and sans serif font. So serif font are the ones with the little feet on the bottom. You can kind of see on the I and the A on Georgia there. That is a serif font, and it is easier for us to read serif fonts versus sans serif fonts, which are the direct up and down words, like you see interest at the top there. So if you want someone to be reading slowly and really catch it, that's great for your headline, but for the copy of your ad, you want to use serif font so it makes it easy for them to go through and easy to direct them down the page. Use a caption under your photograph. Again, have the photo, and then it's right below it, there's something else that I want to read. So as soon as they get here, make it so that their eyes automatically have something else to look at a different part. Once you have their interest, continue to keep them engaged in your ad. So I really love this ad. Why settle for a shower shower walls that look like plastic? Like, yeah, why am I showering for shower? My shower walls look like plastic. That's terrible. So you're automatically, there's emotion in it. Yeah, I'm settling for this, for this terrible shower when I could have something so amazing. And then it's automatically, when you look, either way your eyes go, there's people love pictures of yourself, pictures of your staff, pictures of people smiling. People love to know who they're doing business with, and people respond to seeing other people that are smiling. And then right there, there's an offer for me right there. $1,000 off, 0% down, 0% APR. On the left-hand side, you see, installation in 1 to 2 weeks. Now we're going to cross that out, 1 to 2 days. There they are. There, when we were talking about guarantees earlier, that's a great example. Oh, this is a frustration people have with doing business with our industry. We're not going to do it in 1 to 2 weeks. We're going to do it in 1 to 2 days, and it's going to be an incredible experience. You don't believe me? Here's a testimonial, 5-star review. This is what other people are saying. So really giving a great offers, using sizzling words, testimonials, and the benefits. This is a great ad because the headline grabs you at the top, and there's a lot more that's easy to read and jump around to in other parts of the ad that leads you to call now. So call us today and take action on this. So how are they taking action? It's a call to action. So being specific and making it easy. And try a coupon. I love this one. The best dessert on the planet. Of course I want the best dessert on the planet. I would love to have the best dessert on the planet. And then my eyes automatically go to free yogurt. Yes, this is awesome. I want a free yogurt from the best dessert on the planet. So, and even underneath, so um, it's a buy one get one free. You're not just giving it away. And there's a big difference between discounting and adding value. So discounting is just taking money off the top, taking your 10, 20% discount right off the top. Those are hard dollars that are coming right off the top of your profit. That is money that you will never see, and it absolutely destroys your profit margins versus doing things to add value. And we've really been talking about adding value through this entire presentation. How are you adding value to what you do? Because of all those little it starts with all those little touch points. It starts with giving true service, upgrading them, giving them more than they expect. So value added offers versus discounting makes a huge difference. And by discounting, you're offering access to people that aren't necessarily going to be great customers. And by adding value, you can help to create your ideal customer. So not only creating your ideal customer, but eliminating those customers that take up 5 to 10% of your time and make you zero profit. 5 to 10% might be a low number. 25% of your time, and you make no profit off of them. So you have your A customers are awesome. Your B are your standard customers. Your C can't deal with, and D, we're dead. No soup for you. You're out of here. You're not doing business with us because you take up my time. You don't respect the way that I want to do business. And we're not going to be able to, and for those people, you don't have to be mean to them. You just say, listen, this is from here on out. This is how I'm going to be operating my business. If that doesn't work for you, I'm happy to refer you somewhere else. And that's the same thing with your C customers. Say, listen, this is how we're doing business from here on out. You can train them and give them the option to, hey, if you want to do business with my company, this is how we're going to do it from now on. And if they leave, it's sad, and we want you to stay. But if they're sucking up all your time, they're not giving you referrals, they're not helping to grow your business, they're just taking away your energy. They're keeping you up at night. You're working 80 hours a week to please these people. That's just going to take away from you, and it's going to take away from the people that you want to help and you want to do business with. And just for a reference here to finish up, please stop discounting. Discounting cuts directly into your profit margins. I know there's a lot going on the screen, but this is a price discounting matrix. And if you look at this first row here, so if you have a 20% margin on your product and you give a 10% discount, so if I give a flat 10% discount, you would have to sell 100% more, 2 times as many of that product to get the same amount of profit. And ultimately, like, great, we're raising revenues, but if more money isn't going into your pocket, into your business, you're not actually making more money. So discounting, please stop discounting. You would have to, even with a 10% discount, you would have to sell 2 times as much to break even with profit for that product. And then on the flip side, once we have all these great added value offers, these great enhancements, we can increase our prices. And I know it's scary to increase your prices. You don't want to lose your customers. You don't want to scare your customers away. If we look at this same 20% margin, if you raise your prices 10%, you would have to lose 33% of your customers to not make the same amount of profit. So to lose money by raising your prices 10%, more than 1 out of 3 of your customers have to say, oh no, we can't do business anymore. You raise your prices 10%. And let me tell you, most people will not even notice if you raise your prices. Some people will notice, but they won't say anything because they respect you and respect your business. I had one of the coaches I was in training with had he had a coffee shop and bakery, and their hottest item was jalapeno poppers for whatever reason. And on the new menu, he asked the menu guy to raise the prices 15% on the menu, and his manager heard 50%, 50. So he raised the prices 50% accidentally. He sold more jalapeno poppers, and he raised the price by 50%. So, and that's not even with adding any enhancements in your business. So if you are adding all of these great touch points and giving true exceptional service, if just for fun, let's look at if we raise your prices 30%, you would have to lose 60% of your clients. 60% of your clients would have to leave for you to profit less money. So think of the impact that has. When we talk about only dealing with your A and B customers, if your C and D customers are 50 of that 60%, you lose 50% of your customers by that price increase. You're still making more money and you're doing half the work. It's really a no-brainer, and it really, when you go through the due diligence of creating your niche, creating your guarantee, differentiating yourself, this is not unrealistic. This is what you can do with your business. So please, please, now it is time. Get into action. Would love to chat with anybody here. I've got my contact info on here. Let's take some action on this. Let's create an amazing business where you're working less, you're making more, and all of your customers are super happy, and you have an incredible business. Thank you so much, and look forward to hearing from anybody about this.
Thank you so much, Dan, for a great presentation. You've been listening to the Avon Canton Chamber of Commerce education presentation, Making Your Marketing Dollars Work for You. And it was presented today by Dan Callahan of Acadia Action Coach. Please join us again for our next education presentation.